Humboldt Con. Keely and I went, and what'd you think?
Yeah, I thought it was good for what they did. Like, it was just an add-on to their exhibition.
Yeah.
But they didn't have anything really unique.
No, there was no tabletop. There was no board gaming. It was just a small, probably a gym size, of off room that had probably 15 vendors in it, and that was it. Selling the same stuffies and dice, 3D printed stuff and whatnot. I did introduce myself to the organizer. His name is Jeff, and he was all in on us being involved somehow. But then once again, to make the trip out there, which is an hour plus away.
It wasn't that bad of a trip, except for the rain and the construction.
Construction, yeah, there was construction on the road, and so we had to wait 25 minutes for us to pass.
I got you.
Yeah, and so anyway, is it worth going out there and making a presence? Maybe, probably not at this point because it's so small. But regardless, Jeff was excited. That's a group like us would be willing to be on board. And I think that's a contact worth having. But even I was going to whip out the camera and start filming. I was going to content for the channel, but it was it was fine, but it was nothing that people haven't seen 1,000 times over.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And with
did they just start this? Like, what is? I've never.
It's
heard
part of a weekend, isn't it? It's part of a bigger thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
Whatever
part
they
of
did
their-
in the
the exhibition.
Their
Yeah.
exhibition, like you had the Midway and...
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once again, like how they have like a Midway at a mall parking lot, like here in town, that's what it was. It was a Ferris wheel, it was a couple merry-go-rounds, and
There was rides. It's
Yeah.
just that we didn't get to experience it because it was pouring rain.
yeah, but it wasn't huge by any means. Not like the Prince
No.
Albert or the Saskatoon
And
Ex.
there was
I see what you're saying.
like there's games, like the typical Midway with
Yeah.
games you play.
Like 3 semis where they just open up their bay door and then the games pop out, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then they just pop the games back in, close the semi door, and the semi dries off.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that happened in Humboldt.
Yeah.
That's surprising to me.
But it's something to keep an eye on, because we're trying to broaden our horizons and kind of reach out. I can reach out to Jeff and say, hey, look if something more DMU kind of comes your way, absolutely keep us in mind. And once you get closer to next year's BoltCon, give us a shout. We could probably coordinate something, But for all of us to jump in the car and make a trip down there, I think kind of like the PPCC. There's going to be DMs sitting there with nothing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thoughts? Anybody? Yes, no, maybe so? Just keep an open eye on it.
Well, if they if they covered gas on the way out there, because that'd be a
True.
lot to pay for gas to drive there and
Yeah.
back and run a game, like
That's a good point.
some sort of
Yeah.
remuneration to cover that gas.
Exactly.
I think.
Absolutely, yeah. To at least cover the cost
Yeah.
of us heading out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
For us
Because
to
I
make a
don't.
presence.
Otherwise, I don't think it would be worth it.
No. Yeah.
No.
Eric?
Yeah, I only had mentioned BoltCon because I just randomly saw an ad for it.
Yeah, me too,
On
yeah.
Facebook, and thought I'd mention it. And I've been trying to keep my eye open for other similar ones. And there's quite a few of these small.
Really?
that,
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, you tried to talk to the Swift Current people and they didn't want anything.
you know how we have the Saskatoon Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
page?
yeah, you
they
joined
had
it.
a Swift Current
And they
Dungeons and Dragons
told you to
page.
F off.
As soon as I tried to share that advertise for the Discord,
Yeah.
within minutes I was blocked and banned.
Yeah,
wonder-
shot
Wow.
down.
I wonder if they just thought you were spam or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like, this
Because
guy
yeah.
joined and just
Yeah.
advertising.
Yeah,
who is
trying to
he?
steal our thunder.
Yeah.
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 But all the other ones that I posted in, I posted in I think a Yorkton and a couple other towns, and it all went through.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, no, but let's just keep on reaching out
Yeah.
and see what comes our way. Even if we don't do something in Yorkton, even if we don't do something in Moose Jaw, the fact that, okay, this is how you run your events in Moose Jaw, and this is how we run our events in Saskatoon, how can we, pick each other's brains to make our events better? And when we went to the Moose Jaw GAX, we saw how they did their DM sheets, right?
Yep.
It had a picture of what was going on. It had a little breakdown of what the one shot was about: 3 hours, 4 hours, 2 hours, and then had the sign up sheet. And we stole that.
Yep.
But it's not that we weren't doing that before, but before it was just a blank piece of paper with name and number on it, right?
Mhm.
So now it looks a little more professional.
Yeah, what you did looked really good.
And that's just it. If somebody wants to play a Fallout, well, don't go ask Eric, don't ask Scott, go ask Bruce, right? Yeah, if somebody wants to run a high-level adventure like a level 10, that's 4 hours, well, that's our Eric game, and that game starts at noon, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Cool. This is the quality we can expect.
Do we have anything on the back or just the front?
It's just a front print.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that feels like good material.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been wearing mine on and off for the better part of 2.5 months, 2 months, and it's gone through the washer several times over, and it fits fine. Really didn't shrink much. The print is still on, so we're good.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
You want me to go come upstairs?
If you wouldn't
Sure,
mind,
yeah.
so
Awesome,
that'd be
thank you.
So we're not just left down here?
Yeah. Oh, and then future designs. I wrote down. I know
DM names on the back or something would be cool.
that's a very cool idea, and we could do that. DM names on back.
I'm writing this all.
Okay, thank you, love. Once again, the logo, like even with the Arcane table, it's something I plan on changing in the future. So if we want to adjust or if we want to add, making things a little more quirky, a little more fun, throw an anime cat on there, or make a more wizardy with sparks and magic and stuff like that. All we have to do is get the design, come up with 10 people that want the shirt, and then make another print.
Mhm.
Yeah, and my guy's pretty flexible. All the colors, all the sizes, front and back is dirt ass cheap. So yeah, we can stick with that. So a future design, that's something we can do in the future if we want.
Buddy Christ Eric on the front.
Sure, you're really going with that.
Yeah.
And that's just it. If we have if this takes off and picks up, and we want to come up with different designs. Like have a Daggerheart kind of themed logoed shirt. We can, or if we wanted to have a more like a Fallout themed shirt, we can. So we have to figure out the design and get someone to make it, and then run with it.
Here's an example. I was when I was in Edmonton for their con, I bought Adventure Dice
Yep.
t-shirt. And I was looking, they had a couple different designs, and the way they were telling them apart was by which animal was in it. Told them which year they had printed it.
Oh.
Very cool.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's no reason why we can't do that. Like if this year is the year of the dragon, then we make a 2025 year of the dragon, DMU shirt. And
Yeah.
the next year is the year of the goat. And then we make, the same thing with the goat. Whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. If we decide to concentrate on, once again, D&D, well, then we make a D&D themed shirt. And if next year we decide to concentrate on, whatever, when a new system comes out, well, then we make that themed shirt. Yep. As long as we have the design and, people that are willing to chip in, the sky's the limit. And it's not necessarily T-shirts. Like we can do hats, we can do hoodies. Yeah, we've done hoodies for the Arcane table already. It's literally any article of clothing we want, we can do. So, yeah. Saskatoon exhibition. Let me see. This page here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Dragon's Den is sponsoring the game area. Nothing new. Once again, Darren is throwing money at everything he can get his hands onto. That's awesome.
Mhm.
Like when Eric and I went to GAX in Moose Jaw, he was representing.
Yeah. So many of the prizes or whatever were donated by Drains.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. He doesn't have to do that. Like that's way out of his reach. But still people from Moose Jaw come into Saskatoon.
Yeah.
He wants to be top of mind. So, once again, Darren is excellent as far as being involved in the community. Unfortunately, they won't be having a booth at the X this year. The lack of staff, and so it's just going to be the games area sponsored by Dragon's Den. So once again, if we can toot their horn a little bit,
Yeah.
finish the game,
I wanted to thank Dragon's Den for sponsoring this event. Or
Absolutely, yeah. Check out Dragon's Den.
Check them out.
Yeah, and then quite often, like I've already spoken with Darren, same thing as the previous events. He's going to give us, some dice and some knickknacks to hand out on Dragon's Den's behalf, and some, gift certificates
Yeah.
for players of the game.
Yeah.
So however you decide to do it, to give it to the little guy whose first time is playing, make it, memorable for that little guy or gal, or give it to the person who rolled the most nat 20s or who pulled the weight, right? However you give it to it, you give it to them. ToonCon is going to be having a booth alongside us. Once again, no different from the Saskatoon Entertainment Expo, right? So they'll have a table set up, as will we. From what I understand, it's going to be roughly the same size as the Saskatoon Expo.
Okay.
So we'll probably have 4 or 5 tables, chairs, and all that stuff. Space for us to put our stuff aside.
Cool.
Yep. It's going to be held at the Co-op Family Fun Zone. I have no clue where that is yet.
No.
I'll find out where that is once Darren, gets back to me with those details.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never heard of it that way.
The sponsor's a sponsor, right?
Yeah.
There'll be TVs advertising DMU throughout through the exhibition. The logo. So now that we have the logo made, I can forward that to whoever it be. And then that way when we walk by, you'll see our logo on the TVs, circulating every 2 or 3 minutes, whatever it is. Yeah. And then social media write-up. They asked for a write-up, like what's DMU all about? Did anybody want to take that on, or anybody good with the pen and paper?
I'd give a pass at it, yeah.
Sure, sounds good. Yeah. So nothing too elaborate, like a small paragraph, and then just quickly saying what we are and come check us out at the Co-op Family Fun Zone.
The Co-op Family Fun Zone?
Yeah. We'll all be getting free entry. So if you're running a game, you'll get a pass for that day. If you're running games on multiple days, you'll get a 3-day or an event pass for the entire week. And then, once again, I really feel we should be asking for things while we're doing this. I really feel we provide a premium service. And so eventually I'd like to get DMU to the point where we're getting paid. That way we can just go back into the pot so we can buy stuff. Or we can just, good job, Bruce, here's $40 for your efforts, whatever it be, right? But we're going to be getting day passes and parking passes, and then we're also going to be receiving some free passes for our friends and family.
Oh, good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly how busy this event is going to be.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's going to be a lot like the PPCC, and
Where
so
were you sitting there, yeah.
yeah,
I have two concerns. That was one of them, and
Cool.
then I was talking to one of my friends about the fact that we're doing this, and he doesn't play tabletop games. He's like, man, what about that drunk dad that's going to come and sit down and be a nuisance? So those are, and I'm not saying not to do it. I'm just raising the idea that this is something that, and it's, we'll deal with it the same way that we deal with nuisance players
Yeah.
but just as something that so you're kind of a little tried untested in situations like this where you may have to be like, hey dude, you're not, take him aside, you're not right for this game, sorry.
And once again, I'd like to cheerlead if possible,
Yeah.
to try to fill the tables. If I see something like that, just give me the look. Just make eye contact with me and rub your nose and point, whatever it is. It's like, oh, rummy here, and then I can try to try to remove that person from the table if need be.
You think just because it's in the X kind of thing?
I am so curious as to who is going to be stepping up to these tables.
Demographic.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of a very wide demographic. It
Yeah.
might depend
Yeah.
on the time of day.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I am not
Yeah.
saying this to poo-poo
Like-
on this, because this is so cool that we've been asked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, who is going to the X to ask, or to paying $30 to get in, and then is spending 2 hours to play Dungeons and Dragons? I'm
Yeah.
not saying it doesn't exist. I want to see who shows up. So.
Yeah, and that's a big thing. Like this is the first time. Sorry, kid. Oh, sorry.
no.
This is the first time we're doing this event. I really feel year one is going to be like a fleshing out, kind of getting a feel for what to
Yeah.
expect. I don't want to overbook. Maybe if we want to run Daggerheart, just give it a shot for shits
You
and
keep
giggles.
looking at me like I know a lot about
Yeah, you're the Daggerheart
but I really
master.
don't. I really don't.
You brought the box.
I
so-
bought the box, yeah, and I own it, and that's we
Yeah.
played for 3 hours, and I did a poor job.
Well,
So-
now you can get better.
Yeah.
I'm
Reps.
on my second time reading through the book.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
read
I
through
just-
it once.
I have not even done that.
You haven't even done that. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
well, then again, if we decide to film it, well, then it's
Yeah.
Daggerheart by dummies, right?
Yeah.
Or noobs, experienced DMs, fall on their faces with Daggerheart. Please watch.
I just want to set your expectations. That's all.
I'm just trying to think, like, I haven't been to the X in a few years, but when they do the hall, like, what's in there usually?
It's
It's like trade stuff.
Yeah.
Well, there's trade stuff. There's like there are at least 5 or 6 booths that are really like nerd centric.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
can buy
you're
your,
right, yeah.
your keychain Master Sword and
Yeah. But-
Right.
anime stuff.
But
so.
sorry for interrupting.
No, that's fine.
I think that's going to be one area where they're going to have all the trade and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And there's going to be another total separate area where it's going to be like Kid Zone and like Lego and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then they'll have board games for ToonCon and they'll have tabletop for DMU. So I hear what you're saying, but I don't think we're going to be next to just the ShamWow and the
Yeah,
Slaptrap.
that's good, yeah. Because I'm just trying to, like,
I want to be next to this.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's been a while since I've been there.
Yeah,
I remember it was, like, the hall was, like, trade stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did they do also, like, some type of event stuff there? Maybe. It's been a while, but...
oh, perfect. Thank you, Keely.
This just says it's located in the main trade hall at Pearland in Hall E.
Yeah.
So it'd be separate from the
Okay.
like the ShamWows and.
No, that's
like
all.
that.
Everything in Hall E is the trade show.
Is it?
Yeah. And it's a
Yeah.
huge. It's a huge.
It's a
hall.
huge venue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
I'm
not
reading
like.
wrong one.
The
Yeah.
concession is there too.
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
a lot of
It's
people
the
get.
exact same
yeah.
thing that,
Yep.
that popcorn is in.
It
So
says
yeah.
family-friendly entertainment happening all day, all shows and activities. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So like
Anyway.
they've got whatever. They've got the dog show and all that other stuff happening. at the same
Super
time.
dogs, I want them.
Yeah, well, if it's super
Oh,
slow,
right.
we can duck out.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just it. Like, if it's super slow, and it's like, okay, somebody hold down
That's
the fort,
true.
and everybody else go come back and have fun for an hour and come back.
Yeah.
Eric, there's a cat show.
Oh, cats.
Ooh.
Gabby's cat.
Gabby's cats.
Gabby's dollhouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Prairie Popcorn wasn't busy, right? Like, I played in it, but...
It had over. It was 8 hours, and it had over 1,100 people that came through the door. So
But how many people played? Like,
That's
it's
just it.
We
yeah.
didn't struggle to fill our tables. Like in the, I don't think we did.
at the Prairie Pop.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
Prairie Pop,
Yeah.
Popcorn,
No,
yeah.
I ran.
Yeah.
Grace ran, and with you, right?
I played in Grace's.
And then
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
ran, Eric, at the tail end of it,
Yeah.
I
right?
didn't do anything.
Yeah.
No one wanted to play Disney Princess.
Yeah, Disney Princess. Boo-hoo.
I wish those guys would make their names a little bit different, like PopCon and
Yeah, it
Prairie
gets
Pop.
confusing.
Yeah,
It's
Sass
a-
Pop, or Pop, Tune, it's a lot of pops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but this one for the Saskatoon X, I think we keep our expectations low. We
That's
go
fair.
in there prepared and ready to kick ass and do an awesome job. But if it's slow, hey, is everybody cool if myself and Keely go away for an hour and enjoy the X?
Mhm.
Yeah, no problem. Somebody else cheerleader, somebody else look after Eric's crap. Come back and Eric's stuff's gone. And that's just it. Like if we get passes for our family, and you and your wife and the kids want to go and
Yeah.
on the midway for 2 hours, please do. If there's nobody playing, we've got 2 DMs there sitting there. There's no reason why we need 4 people sitting there, twiddling our thumbs.
Yeah.
And then we just figure out, okay, this year was a dog, or this year was excellent. Surprised us. Okay, now we know how to plan for next year.
Yeah.
Who's taking the anchor spot? Who's taking Thursday?
Well, I was originally thinking I'd do it, but I was thinking if I could get there 7 to 9 or something. But I think it's closing at 8.
They close at 8.
And I work till 6, so
Yeah.
I can't do.
So we need something like that is a 2-hour one shot, starting at 5:36.
Yeah.
And then just getting it done by 8. You
Yeah.
know? And so I can go because
I can take that one too. Like you and I want to do the first one together and see what happens.
And this way, at least, if you're there running, I can go around, I can shake some hands,
Yeah.
I can find out, okay, this is where, the table space, get everything ready.
I
Okay,
get
we need,
$5 as
yeah,
I
we,
sit there.
we need Wi-Fi, we need power, we
Yeah.
need this is that, whatever it is. Get everything set up so when Friday, Saturday comes along, okay, Eric, you're at table number 2. Bruce, you're at table number 3, right?
Mhm.
And that way I'll take some photos, send them to you guys. That way you know what to expect when you come in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as long as I don't have to be there right at 4, I can
No.
do that spot.
Yeah.
And then I do 2 of any Saturday, Sunday,
Yeah.
Monday.
Okay. So,
Because it's a holiday Monday, you said?
yes.
Okay.
So, John,
Oh,
yeah,
that's good to know, yeah.
It's Saskatchewan Day, I believe. Yeah,
Oh,
gonna put
is
your-
that a that's a provincial holiday then, eh?
I think everybody we get it off, don't we? I know I do.
Because
Yeah, I think so. There's an August long weekend, right?
Oh, yeah, August long weekend, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get it. It's a.
I don't know what it's for.
Do you know what you want to run, Sohio?
Yes,
It would have to be a weekend or Monday.
Cool.
Okay.
'Cause
But do you
I
know
work.
what you want to run as far as the game? Like, you got something? Or?
Yeah, I can come up with something.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
And go ahead, kids.
Do you have another one of those so I can write everybody's names and times from?
Here.
You can
Awesome.
have that
Thank you,
one,
Bruce.
because
Oh, yeah.
we'll,
Saskatchewan Bay.
Eric, what do you got?
Well, if I'm. Oh, sorry. Which Eric?
This Eric.
Well,
Can you do anything weekday?
On.
yeah.
I think we hold off on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because we just simply don't know if we're going to be doing those 3 days.
yeah.
Like if Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday are dogs.
So we're not doing Monday, Tuesday,
Well, it's not that
Wednesday,
we.
really?
I think Monday would be fine. Monday is.
Oh, Monday is a holiday. That's
Monday
right.
will
Yes,
be a
of
busy
course.
day, I
Thank you.
bet,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Saturday, Sunday, Monday would be our best chance
Yes.
for
Yes.
people.
And
Yep.
I was thinking that since this is your first time at
Yeah.
a live event, that you get one of those spots at least.
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
you're likely to run, and I'd like for you to get
Sure.
cut your teeth on.
Yeah, so and that's just it. Like once again, if we don't have enough people and you're running your game, maybe 3 of us jump in there
And
Yeah.
and give
Make
you a hard
your life
time.
hell. Yeah.
Nice.
That'd be interesting. Yeah. I don't know. Either Sunday or Monday, I guess, maybe is the best.
Okay.
The 1 p.m. spot.
We could do more. I left
Oh,
more
we
space.
can do more.
Yeah,
I see.
it just I put those 2 down, not knowing how many we would potentially be doing. Right. So yeah,
Okay.
mark yourself in for like.
I'm just running the same thing that I run at PopCon, by the way.
Yeah, that's
So-
fine. Yeah. So just jot your name down.
Do you want me to just put my name down for Sunday then first, and then we can see like
Sure,
what
yeah.
time? Because I maybe I need to check some things too.
Yeah, just throw your name
But-
down. And
But
then-
yeah, I think Sunday probably is the best for me.
Cool.
I'll double check, but
And then it's going to be Scott and myself on Thursday.
yeah, on the 13th, and then who
We're
wants?
just gonna be eating elephant ears, dude. That's all
Yeah.
we're doing that day.
Yeah.
I wanna make that clear.
Yeah, like is the first day of the X even that busy? Probably not, hey.
Oh yeah, no, it could be busy. Yeah, weather could even like
Oh yeah,
suddenly
right.
turn
That's
this.
true.
That might
if,
drive
if it
people
rains,
inside, yeah.
That's a good
then you're
point.
gonna have
That's
a
a ver-
full fucking table.
and
Yeah.
it's been raining a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been
Oh,
raining a lot.
I guarantee it rains at least 2 of these days.
It's
so.
part of the
I didn't even
X.
think
Yeah.
about that.
That's a good point,
So
yeah.
true. Every time I've gone to an amusement park and it's been raining, it's like
Yeah.
we're doing
What
the
do you
haunted
do?
house,
Yeah.
I guess.
And that's something we'll have to do. We'll have to keep notes on what people are running.
Yeah.
At times of when it's busy and slow, and then maybe things like those when it's with weather. Because like why was last year really busy? Well, and this year was really slow. Well, it rained all
Yeah.
last year. Well, that's a reason why, right?
Yeah.
But you really can't predict the weather. But that's a good call. Anyway, so we'll leave the schedule out. We can take a look-see at it. I can even post it on the Discord, and people that want in, we'll just pencil them in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to do something on the weekend, or if there's room, even do 2.
Okay, cool. Absolutely. Yeah.
And yeah, I'll take a weekend slot because that's probably when.
I could do a Monday and a Saturday or something. I'd do Daggerheart, and I may do Daggerheart twice.
Okay, and Bruce is thinking Daggerheart.
I'll run D&D. Although I
What do you
do
got?
be interested in running some Daggerheart, which I will next weekend. So we'll see how
Yeah,
it goes.
cool. Absolutely. Yeah, let's mix it up a little bit.
Or not really.
Daggerheart is the new shiny thing, right?
Yeah.
It's just everyone's getting time slots and you're sitting in the back. So maybe-
Well, I was just waiting to ask about I want to maybe run a couple other systems like now that I've ran Tales of the Valiant, I can throw that in there.
Yeah.
I've been learning Starfinder. I want to maybe run a higher level game, see if you can throw
Yeah.
something like that in.
I will. I just want to chime in here, and I don't want to crap on your idea. I just want to say that given that this is an untested thing, throwing in unknown systems may not be the way to go.
So that's
Yeah.
what I was kind of getting to
Yeah.
is that we need to make sure each time slot at least has a D&D game running
Yes.
at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
And like the more obscure stuff is very, very cool. Like I said, I love to play Aliens.
Like at PopCon,
Oh,
you're
I'd
going to
love
get
to.
that because
But at a
that-
PopCon, I think
yeah.
is the place to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
want to run
yeah.
that.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
bought that bundle, eh?
I bought the beginner
Yeah.
box.
I have the core rule book.
Yeah, and then once again,
Legally?
that's something we can.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Oh,
Like
nice. Just give me shit. Dude.
That's something.
it was used, but yeah.
Yeah, the Humboldt bundle.
About
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's something we can actively promote at a bigger con.
Yeah.
You know, hey, we've got D&D, we've got 2 tables running D&D, but we've also got Cyberpunk. You know, and it's
Yeah.
not just Cyberpunk level 3; it's Cyberpunk level 7. You know, and it's a 3-hour, four.
Yeah.
I'm just saying a 4-hour game instead of
Yeah.
a 2-hour game, right?
Yeah,
you know,
I get you,
whatever
yeah.
it is.
Also our first opportunity where we've had multiple days, multiple.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
lot of
not
days.
2 days.
Yeah.
thing,
Spread out.
yeah.
This
Yeah.
is like, yeah, I was looking at that, like,
I was wondering when we have our schedule, like you're talking about having a TV showing the DMU logo.
No,
if
that's
we-
on their TVs.
Oh, on their TVs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
But I
Throughout
was
the
wondering
building.
if, oh, okay, because I was wondering too if we could post a schedule somewhere so someone can come in and say, oh, I'm going to come back tomorrow for.
Maybe,
Whatever.
you know,
Like-
like, yeah, like we can have like a paper schedule posted like on the
No,
tables
but
and
yeah,
stuff
I
like
think
that.
you mean on the advertisement.
Well,
that
yeah.
would be handy. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
from what I understand, they're just asking for the logo and a write-up.
Yeah.
You know, and I think the logo's for the TV and the write-up is for their promotional print.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if they're going to have, you know, but maybe, like maybe we have Saturday, just a calendar saying 3 o'clock this, 5 o'clock that, 7 o'clock that, whatever
Yeah.
it is. But then again, if nobody comes to the 3 o'clock game, you know, that 3 o'clock game is going to get bumped to 3:30.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Right? You know, because if you've only got 3 people, it's like, okay, let's try to drum up somebody, come back in 20 minutes, we'll call you or we'll text you. You know, then that TV is saying 4 o'clock and it's really
Oh, yeah, then it's,
4:30.
yeah, it's going to be.
Eric, are you committed? I just want to know, and I'm not saying you have to. Are you committing to cheerleading through this entire process?
If that's what's needed, like I would like to run, but you know, we
no,
need.
no. Well, yeah. Like, you're always gonna be here though.
Yes.
Okay.
Holy
Oh,
cow.
well, I don't know about always. You know, more or
unless
less.
a day we're not doing anything.
Yes.
Yeah,
or-
of course. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, like I
No,
can.
that's a big commitment for you, so I just appreciate it.
Cool. I can thank you. I can definitely cheerlead. I think it's important for me to be there or Eric to be there on Thursday so we can introduce ourselves to the bigwigs. But
Can't make Thursday.
okay, cool. I'll be there. But Thursday, Friday for sure. Saturday, Sunday for sure, and then Sunday we'll see depending on what's going on. You know.
Well, I was
Or is that
just
Monday?
gonna
Monday?
mention,
Sorry, Kate,
like, there's theme days for the X. So actually on Thursday, it's Legacy launch. So there's 50% off gate admission for a certain time, and then so that's how they're drumming up business on
Yep.
Thursday is by doing that.
Yep.
This
And-
is like the something anniversary of the X. So
Oh, is it?
It's a
140 years, I
day or
think.
two longer than it usually is.
Oh yeah.
So-
Interesting.
Just
and
as an
then
FYI.
your family fun day is on Sunday, so that's when that co-op area is going to be
Packed.
packed because everybody brings their kids
Their
on
kids.
that day.
Good call. Yeah.
So
Maybe
just
a good day to do like Disney princesses or something.
Yeah. Bring it.
Yeah, I could do that. just a fucking Disney princess. But, no, I'm just kidding.
Sounds good. But
I think like advertising it would be pretty important here because like I feel
Yep.
like a lot of people
Are gonna have no idea that
They-
this is happening.
Yep.
they have no idea, and it's like maybe they're going to the X and they're like, hey, I do that for a couple hours.
well, we.
you know.
Sorry
So
for interrupting.
I think that's
Yeah.
all. Like I think if you advertise it really well, because like that's how I found the Prairie Pop Con. Was someone in my group saw it like, hey, let's go do this weekend or whatever. And then, but we were like targeting it. Like
Yes.
we didn't really go there for Prairie Pop Con. We went there for this.
Yeah.
So like I wonder if that's partly like maybe.
Maybe we.
Yeah,
make-
like
you
it'd be
know.
nice if they throw because they throw a social media post this afternoon. I've been watching it to
Yep.
see if maybe anything like the process had already
Yeah.
been started. But hey, in the co-op center,
D&D.
D&D.
Yeah. And like you saw it on Facebook, right? Or it was passed through Facebook onto whoever
yeah,
it was?
my one of my people I play with saw it on maybe the Saskatoon D&D page
Yeah.
or something.
And that's something
Like-
we can do too.
I
right?
think that's a good idea
Yeah.
because it's like I'm sure there's some crossover. Obviously, some people will be going to the X,
Yeah.
and if
Maybe,
they're in that group, they might be like, "Hey, we should play the game or
But
whatever."
even then, there's some people that never get the chance to play D&D.
Yeah,
and it's like, man,
that's
I
true.
wish I could play. Oh, $30 to get in? No, but I get to play D&D all day. You know, or maybe I get to play. It's a $30 is a 3-day pass. You know, I can come.
Right.
I can come play D&D Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
I think that is the one thing is that the cost, like Prairie Popcom was like $10 or something,
Yeah.
so it was like whatever.
Again, yeah. That's,
You know, I
yeah.
was like going there, but it's like paying $30 just to play D&D is
Yeah.
maybe a hard sell unless
Yeah.
you're already going to the X.
Yeah, and we'll
But-
we'll gauge it.
And
Yeah.
so now we're talking Venn diagrams.
Yeah, I know, right?
Who's
It's
going to the X? Who wants to play D&D?
Put
There's
Disney
crossover,
princesses,
but-
Disney princesses in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
an
a-
even smaller Venn diagram. I assure you.
But advertising. We can start advertising that on Facebook ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Well,
We
then
can
ask
make-
That's,
Darren
I guess,
to throw
what
it
I was
on
suggesting.
on
Yeah.
Dragon's Den.
Yep.
Their Facebook and
Yeah, and even
Yeah.
just some posters hanging
Put
up
a,
inside
put a
their.
sign in there.
Yeah, and signage is something we're working on. Once we start getting membership fees and stuff like that, something we'll talk about. Is that once we have enough in that pool, we can actually buy signage.
like a vinyl sign.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and so we'll just have it for ourselves, and when we do PopCon or the XYE, con or whatever it be, and stuff like this, we just simply pull it out of the bag, erect it. It's there, tear it down, take it home. If we get a couple of those for events, once again, it's just more recognition, more audience for us.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Anybody else want to add anything to the Saskatoon? I've got schedule. Oh yeah, 2-hour games, longer games. I think something like this, 2 hours is probably
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
For sure,
because it's
yeah.
going to be hard enough to get people to come and sit down, let alone sit down for 4 hours.
Agreed.
So I wrote down schedule, which you kind of looked at, 2-hour versus long games. I think for different cons that are geared towards nerds, I think that's something we can look at. Longer plays and different systems.
Yeah, I'd
and-
like to do a longer play at
Absolutely.
PopCon.
And I think, but for now, we should probably stick to 2 hours, unless somebody wants to try something, and then we'll try to fill that table.
We also talked to, or we're sending messages through Darren to PopCon about after hours events. Like after the
That'd be a good
because
idea.
there was that trivia thing that occurred.
Yeah, that's right.
So when the hall closes, tabletop actually starts up then, and then it's not, you don't have to choose this
Oh, yeah.
or this.
Yes.
Right. You don't
Yeah.
have to choose my panel or my.
Yeah, you can still do the floor and
Yeah.
have fun at the con, and then afterwards,
Yeah.
that's when the after party starts.
So I think Darren was like, yeah, that makes a hell of a lot more sense to me than this. So you'd have your sign-ups. We would be sitting there on the show floor, for a couple, or we could maybe still run a couple of 2-hour one-shots, but
Yeah.
but then
Longer.
the longer
Yeah.
play occurs from 8 until or 7 until 11.
Oh yeah,
in the
I
other
think that'd be
hall.
really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like that.
Yeah.
And once again, Hall B presented by DMU, and then you'll come fill your boots. Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, the people that have typically joined these, are they new people that are curious about D&D, people that have played D&D but just don't have a group, or
Yes.
that's the main one?
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
yes,
everything.
all-
It's,
all of the
pretty
above.
It's not really
It's a mosh pot.
It is? Okay,
Yeah.
that's good to know. I just was curious.
In my experience, I get more people who have at least played it, have some experience. with
Have
the game.
some at
Yeah.
least. I got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I get mostly people who have played D&D before, and I do get some people that haven't played at all.
Yeah.
But generally, I always kind of have to give a spiel about how this is different from like Call of Cthulhu especially. I have to say, lower your expectations. You just got to hope to survive.
Yes. And that's just it. It's a public game. You never know
Yeah.
who you're going to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like.
No, I was just curious who is the most interested
Yeah.
when they play.
And
It's
so, what Eric has kind of done is that when he's not running games, he'll sit on your sidelines and you can kind of flag him down and say, this guy needs some help. And
Okay,
doesn't know
sure.
what he's doing, so.
Well,
then you've
even
got
the
a
game-
coach type of thing.
Yeah.
I played in Grace's, there was 2 children
Mm-hmm.
that were playing that I think they had played before, but maybe not
Enough
well.
to remember.
Yeah.
Or
No,
enough to
yeah.
They
Or-
had fun,
yeah.
but they didn't have fun with the
So we
rules.
helped them quite a bit,
Yeah.
just the players, right? So we were. It's usually helpful if someone is in the game
Yes.
that
You want me to
knows.
talk about
No, one of the kids.
Anyway, high-level games for experienced players. I think if we do something here, like Winston's, Dungeons and Dragons, DMU, blah 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 blah, and we advertise it a month in advance, and we take deposits. It's a $20 or $10 to get in.
That's not a bad idea.
Because we might have to rent the space.
Yeah.
And
I don't think Chris is gonna say we're gonna have to rent
regardless, we're filling the coffers, right?
Yeah.
And so you have, even if it's $5, if there's a DM running and there's $5 or $10 a person per table, and they're playing for 3-4 hours, wherever it is.
Yeah.
And then they can order food. You can
Yeah, I
take
think
your time.
certainly the idea is we're bringing in people that are probably going to order.
And then these
food and
are
drink.
experienced players.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't have to worry about coaching little Timmy on how advantage and disadvantage works,
Yeah.
right?
I think the deposit is a good idea also, because if people put money in ahead of
Then they're
time,
like to
then
show
they're
up.
going to
They're
show
committed.
up.
Yeah.
Rather than, I
That's a
just
good
don't
point.
feel
Yeah.
like it.
That's
So-
a good point.
That's
Like
a-
when I started my homeschool D&D club, I had people pay because I just know homeschoolers like, oh, look, flowers, let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But that's something we'll get to in a second here. But
Sure.
scheduling 2 hours versus longer games, high-level games for experienced players. I think something like this is more suited for that than the exhibition and other systems.
I would say I want to be there. I will be there Friday night, all through Saturday, all through Sunday, all through Monday. I'll be there. I
Cool.
will have 2-hour one-shots prep. I'm also going to bring something longer that I could run.
Wonderful.
And same with having a Tales of the Valley.
Yeah, and
Wonderful.
I got Thursday, and then
All options.
I can commit to either all day Saturday, all day Sunday, all day Monday, 2 of those. So
Yeah. I guess maybe I could do Monday instead of Sunday too. You can put my name down. I'll do definitely one on one of those days.
Okay, cool. Like once again, all you said Saturday as well.
I can do Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but I'll probably only do 2 of the 3.
Yeah, 2 of 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can mark me down in all 3 spots, but
And Grace said she was going to do one, or no? I don't remember.
We'll figure it out. Like I said, I'll post this online on the
Sure.
Discord. We'll figure it out.
yeah, I'd like to know what Bo would like to do, because I think he's a pretty decent DM from what I understand.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
too bad he didn't show.
Yeah, next time. Next
Yep.
time. Gambetta? Is that how it's pronounced?
Gunbate, yeah.
What
Yeah.
were your thoughts, Bruce?
Well, the first day with the traffic was a little slow. I ran Avatar, and I only had 3 members, 3 out of 5. It's like I had it set up for 5 players. And then I had no one for Fallout in the afternoon. And I can kind of see the first day especially is,
Yeah.
you know, you want to go around and see all the stuff.
Yeah.
My second day, I ran Call of Cthulhu, and that was filled. And I was kind of pleased. I got some people from previous cons
Oh,
coming
nice.
and saying, "Hey, I played this. Is this a different one?"
Yeah, cool.
Oh,
so,
nice.
so I was kind of glad to hear that. But so, and I had to turn a couple away for that because I filled up. And same with Avatar. I probably could have filled another table of
Cool.
Avatar.
Nice.
Wow.
And I think especially Avatar was especially popular because of the theme of the
Absolutely. Yeah, know your audience,
con,
right? Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's good.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then I guess you went through the systems you ran. So is that worth doing again in the future?
Oh, I would definitely do it. Yeah.
Do you see DMU having a space there?
I would probably say maybe only 1 table. Like you wouldn't get a lot. You don't get the games area gets a fair bit of traffic. Like my experience on the second day, if there were other games going, I think you would fill another table. But I wouldn't expect, wouldn't have everybody out in full
Yeah.
force.
Yeah.
That'd be it's a smaller thing.
And just like the PPCC, right?
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna go there full guns a blazing, and we're gonna have people standing there looking for things to do. Yeah.
But there's the main floor is where all the vendors and all that stuff were, and then the next floor up was where the games area was. And so in that area there was ToonCon,
Yep.
and there was a tarot card reading guy,
Okay.
myself, and Squid Pope. David, somebody he runs. It's a very loud game. He made his own game. David, what's his name? I can't think of it. Anyway, he runs this game called Squid Pope.
Cool.
That
Yeah,
it's
interesting.
one of his own creation, and he
Yeah, cool.
always generates quite a buzz.
Yeah. Well, when you're loud, people like loud things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he parades through the whole thing. He's got like a mitre that looks like a squid.
Yeah.
And vestments.
Oh.
And,
Literally the Pope of squids.
Yes.
Nice.
He.
Is the theme like? What's the theme of this?
It's anime.
It's anime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
stuff,
Gambetta.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was, and I think they had generally a pretty good turnout.
Yep.
Overall.
Yeah. Extra Life had a presence there as well.
Yeah. Extra Life was up there
yeah.
with us too, and they were doing Learn
Just
to Play
donations.
Magic.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
they were
yeah.
collecting donations and
Yeah.
play Magic and stuff like that, but they only had a 10 by 10 square spot kind of thing like that.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to be in the games area. But
They
I
were
think-
in the games area.
Oh, because they told me they got adjusted to a different area.
Oh, no, they were
Anyway,
in the games
that's what
area.
they said. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, they're like we were kind of representing all throughout.
And they have a guy now that was specifically oriented towards doing the games, like that was his area.
Cool, yeah.
The previous year, it was just kind of like, I was in contact with the leader, and I don't think I had, and she had so much on the go, it was really hard to
coordinate efforts.
coordinate. Yeah, they're not the quickest at getting back.
They're
on-
learning. They're
on
figuring it out.
things. Yeah.
They're figuring it out.
Okay.
Cool. But yeah, something like that. Maybe in the future we can get a table at it. Maybe not. Like I've reached out to them several times as well, and haven't had the best response.
Yeah.
So once again, maybe Dungeons and Dragons just isn't a venue or an avenue for that venue.
Mhm.
Hard to say. But all
I'll give
good
you.
stuff.
I'll make sure to send you the name and email address of the Jojo, the guy in charge of games.
Cool. Yeah,
I'll
please,
make
thank
sure
you.
you get that.
Yep. Discord I had written down.
Can we just circle back to
Oh, absolutely.
the X?
I know I didn't finish those bottom things.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Character sheets, paper minis. Not on anything I need. Anyone else?
I can get my own.
Okay, cool. Yep. Well, logo we have now,
Okay.
and so I'll get that to the organizers. Right up on what we are. You
Yeah.
got that, Scott?
Yep.
Gaming and table schedule. That's right here. We'll get
Any
that.
idea if I'll be able to? Do I have to cart my setup in and out every single day? Is it safe there? Do you know?
I would imagine it's safe. Like they're.
The TV and stuff, right?
Yeah, like they're gonna have all kinds, like the
Yeah.
board, like thousands of dollars of board games are gonna be left there, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I'd imagine it's gonna be safe.
Okay.
Yeah. Once again, if you don't feel it's safe, just take it home.
Yeah.
I'm
maybe
trying to
stage
get
it.
Joe to finish. I got a new TV, and Joe's said he's going to build a case around it.
Nice,
so,
cool.
Cool.
Nice.
Yep.
So yeah.
DM sign-up sheets. I guess
Get that.
once we know what we're running,
Yeah.
then I can just quickly whip those up with picture and a quick
Oh, okay.
write-up, and then just times, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say if there's a template, I can write my own. Like
Sure,
if
yeah.
we have a base template, just fill in the paragraph, put the picture.
I can show you what we've done
Sure.
before in the past, and it's just something on Word.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
make yourself your own doc.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Character sheets and minis. I think we'll probably just use the same character sheets we've been using before.
So that's a level 3, just so you know,
Sure.
if you want to start designing your one shot around that.
Yep, and-
Or if you want to do your own higher level thing, then you're on deck to make your own character sheets. And I can tell you, and I'm sure everyone else would echo around this, making a 2-hour one shot pale in terms of time spent pales in comparison to making 8 character sheets. That's
Yeah.
the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have so many that I have already.
That's
I'll
fair.
just copy them.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
but
fair.
once again, you want to make them simple, so that somebody
Yeah.
who's played for the first time can make sense of
And
it.
keep in mind, your character sheet has to include all the information because they're not going to have a book beside them.
Oh yeah,
or,
yeah.
Yeah.
I have sheets that are better for noobs. I
Cool.
would say
Nice.
they're
Cool.
like, if you're this level, here's your abilities.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome. Paper minis, I'll bring them. That way, for those that are using the level 3 character sheets, the paper minis will be provided. But if you want to bring your own minis, absolutely. Yep.
And then we'll have
So,
dice
yeah.
available, and dice and pencils and all that.
Yep,
Eric.
absolutely.
Awesome.
DMs are interested in running games. We've got that here, and then just the types of games being ran. Like you said, Eric, if you want to bring something a little longer, and if you want to try something different, please do. We'll try to fill them. But when people think of tabletop, they right away they think of D&D.
Of course.
Yeah.
It
Cool.
would be nice to advertise that there is more.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Once
agree.
again, and as far as that is concerned, TV screens, advertising DMU. From what I understand right now, it's just the logo. And check it out in the co-op family fun area. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to say, at 3:00 it's going to be, Tales. At 4:00 it's going to be D&D.
One thing I want to do once we get this write up is I want to kind of create us a little flyer.
Yep.
With that write up on it, have our logo, have a QR code that'll scan to
Cool.
join the Discord,
Yep.
just so that people can get involved in the community.
Yep.
And just you have little pictures kind of in the background of different tabletop systems, maybe pictures of us
Yep.
running things at the cons, just so that maybe
Sweet.
put it at the table.
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
it up at Dragon's Den.
Awesome, perfect.
On that note, you know what? I was talking with someone about this who's started a completely different thing. He's starting a biking group, and he said, Scott, make sure you take pictures
Yep.
of the early. Like if this turns into something big, take pictures of the early years because you forget to do that, and then like you all you've got is like, oh, there was 6 of us dudes and it was those dudes, but like yeah, he said Scott, this is a weird bit of advice, but take pictures. So I just wanted to throw that.
And I
out
think
there.
that's one of the
thought it
things the cheerleader can do.
Yeah.
Because when you're running your games, you're concentrating on your table, right? You're not, okay, everybody wait 2 seconds, I'm going to stand up to take some photos. Of course, you wouldn't be in the photo because you're taking the photo, right? But when we did the PopCon, I said I had footage of everything, like video footage.
Yeah,
And I
that's
was like,
super
hey,
cool.
is everybody cool at the table if I take some photos? It's like, absolutely. And now I think you even use some of those photos in your
Yeah,
advertising, right?
I took one of them for my profile
No,
picture.
yeah.
I mean, it's even if you're not turning this into a business, or if you are, it's super cool to look back at Popcorn YXC right now
And
say,
see,
Yep,
yeah.
just to
the
document
stuff
That
it.
is
you
cool,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks again for doing that.
And I think that's something that one of us can do. It doesn't always have to be me. Like if you've got 20 minutes, just stand up, walk around, take some photos, and then just sit back down.
If there's kids in it, maybe be a bit wary of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Just in
That's
case,
why I
but-
always ask.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I always ask. Yeah.
All right, now are we done? Saskatoon Ex?
Yes, I
Okay.
think so. Anybody? The Deborah and Woll game went over very, very well. I know the event coordinator, Mike, was super, super happy. Darren was very, very happy. It kind of fell into our lap a little bit because Grace was supposed to run it and she fell ill. I was able to step into those shoes, and I think everybody had a good time. From what I understand, Deborah Ann, she had an amazing time. And Mike, one of the coordinators, it was like, from what I understand, he was talking behind the scenes saying, yeah, we need to get these guys on board more often. And so I think if he's got his foot in that door with the Prairie Land, that's where the exhibition's held, right? And so I think it's just kind of snowballed.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, makes sense.
Well, we got live play on the table, just talking about that. I saw an ad for a fringe festival in Britain, so it's not local.
We're not going to Britain.
But they do
Yes,
their
I'm
fringe
down.
festival, the drama thing, they do live plays,
Yep.
celebrity games, and I was thinking,
Oh, really?
for the future, it might take a year or two to put together, but for the future,
A live play at the Saskatoon Fringe?
yeah,
That's not a fucking bad idea.
that would
Actually,
be,
they-
and we could
they
get,
did that
even if we
before.
got local celebrities, like,
Yeah.
George from radio.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
I've
think
been
that would
there
be-
to the Fringe and they did a live
Did they
play,
do it?
but it
Oh.
wasn't with celebrities. It was
Oh,
with
just-
yeah.
people.
Oh, yeah.
But
Was it well attended?
no, the
Okay.
Fringe has really fallen off actually.
Yes.
Oh, has it?
It used to be actually quite popular and busy, but post-COVID, it's been slowly shrinking into
Yes.
a park.
Yeah.
Mm.
It has been
So,
getting smaller. You're absolutely
like,
right.
Is it already happened this year yet? Have
No,
you
The
it's
guys-
Fringe is
right
coming up.
Coming up soon.
It's right before the
So-
X. It always goes Fringe and then X.
Yeah, usually I go check it out just to see, but every year I've gone recently has been shrinking quite a bit.
If you go this year,
But-
just if you want to kind of keep
Yeah.
us surprised at like how big it is there
Sure.
of an attendance.
But I do remember that they did do a live play because
Oh,
I was
yeah.
there and I saw it on the schedule.
Yeah.
And I watched it for a bit and I couldn't really stay, but they were doing it.
Oh.
And now I remember it was actually interesting. It was like their campaign's final session
Oh.
or something like that. It was something weird
little
like
It was
that.
big.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
it was like a big deal, but maybe just for
To
those
them.
Yeah,
people.
that,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's just it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something interesting.
I know for a fact, once again, they've kind of started putting the bug in my ear a little bit about next year for the PopCon, is that they plan on doing bigger and better than Deborah Ann. Not that she
Cool.
wasn't big, because that was huge for the Saskatoon event and for DMU, but I think the idea of having a celeb game on stage in front of a live audience is going to be coming up for next year.
Good.
They
Good.
need a big name. I don't think you get a Matt Mercer here.
No.
Or a Mark Mercer by either of those two guys. But like like a celebrity that I'm not saying Vin Diesel, but like a celebrity that also
Hits
plays
four
D&D.
quadrants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plays D&D, like Joe
Yeah.
Magniano.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
Joe. But obviously it's too soon to say anything. But like I said, I think we really hit pay dirt with the PopCon.
Yeah, no, it was a big thing.
Yeah.
It was good, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I wasn't nervous. Eric was shitting himself.
Yeah, because he was sitting right next to Deborah.
That's fine.
No, you remember when I coached? I'm like, dude, I think I'm gonna piss myself on stage. And you're like, no, you're not. You're fine. But a little pee came up.
A little bit.
It was a blast.
Yeah,
It was, I think I didn't have the butterflies on stage at all.
No.
Like, it was just D&D.
The 5 minutes leading up to it, though, a little bit.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
No, what it was is I was fine throughout the entire thing. The beginning, during, and afterwards. I got the butterflies when I was actually editing the footage
Interesting.
because I was watching myself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. So we were sitting in the green room behind the thing, and we're suddenly Deborah Ann's package goes up, and we're like, is it too loud for you or something? She's like, no, I hate hearing my own shit.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh, yeah."
yeah, she doesn't watch her own material.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
But like I got the butterflies. I actually had to put the keyboard down and walk out and get some air because just watching myself, in that situation, gave me the anxieties. And after that, it was fine. Like, it's up now, and I think it's closing on 320 views or whatever it is.
That's cool.
But yeah, like
40 of those are just me.
keep it up. But yeah, like I said, throughout the whole entire process, I was fine. It was just at the end, when it was all said and done, that's when I got the butterflies. Monthly game, one shot, a DM spotlight. Who was talking about that? About maybe us getting together monthly and doing something other than outside of DMU at the round table?
No, you brought that up.
Did I? Well, shit.
That's what I'm looking
I don't
at
want
you.
to do that anymore. I hate to. No. Yeah, sure. I mean, I just found myself recently really wanting to play.
Yeah.
Because it's been a while. So that's why I was kind of like, hey, when's your... Because you had asked me
Right.
to guest star just like I had asked you to guest star. But yeah, I mean, I could absolutely, on a Friday, host at my place if we want to have a monthly game. I can't go any more than monthly, and I should still make sure my wife is okay with the monthly one. But
That's fine.
On like a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday type of thing.
Yep.
From like
Sure.
8 until 11, if
Mhm.
people are down with that. I don't
Yeah.
know who's going to DM. I nominate not me.
I like my groups usually play on Saturday and Sunday, so like Friday would be the best for me, I think. But like, we also don't play weekly necessarily,
Yes.
so it would just depend for me.
I think it's just be a matter of saying, yes, this is something we want to do.
Yeah.
Pick a day, and who shows up, shows up.
Yeah.
And that's just it. Like, if we pick every third Friday, whatever it be. Well, I can't make it because it's, family stuff. Ninja Turtles is on. Well, Eric just doesn't make it to the table. The rest
Sure.
of you guys have fun,
Yeah.
But Eric's character's just off, picking flowers or hunting rabbits.
Sure. Yeah. I'd be interested in running one. I usually like running with like experienced people, like White Blue Mountain or something like that. That's a classic adventure.
Cool.
But kind of needs a little bit of, you need to know how to play D&D.
Yeah. Done.
I've ran it multiple times, and it's always super fun.
What do you, as far as, like, do you do theater of the mind? Do you use playmat? I've got a playmat at my house.
I have a playmat too,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to think.
I've got tons of terrain.
Specifically White Blue Mountain. Yeah, you could probably have a few. You could do a bit of both.
And honestly, we could also look at like the stuff that we've talked in the past, that actually you only need a 3 or 4 session idea.
Yeah.
And then someone can take off. We could start a new adventure after that. Or
Right.
someone can take over after you.
Yeah.
That's
type
a
of
good
thing.
idea.
You just
Yeah.
pass the torch.
Yeah.
Like you start at the town, and then the MacGuffin is at the cave.
Yeah.
And so Scott does the first 3 sessions, getting
Yeah.
the group to the cave, and then it gets passed off to yourself.
Yeah.
And now, what's in the cave? Well, the MacGuffin.
Right.
Okay, and so you go in there, you find the MacGuffin is a hostage.
Yeah.
So we save the hostage, and now it's up to Eric. Now, where we have to escort this hostage to?
Specifically White Blue Mountain, I've ran it on Roll20 before. That went good. I've ran it on a table. It was a very long session to do the whole thing. Like, it was like 6-7 hours at least.
Yeah.
It's probably better to... It's basically a dungeon crawl with 3 paths, and you have to go to each path to find something. So once you get all 3, you're like done. But each path takes a lot of time.
Yeah. Then that's just
So-
3 sessions.
Is this the original
Yeah,
White Plume Mountain
first
from
edition.
way back?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
But modified for
Yeah.
5e.
Yes.
Yeah.
but generally exactly the same.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
then once you're done your run, somebody else just step into the same character sheets, and then we just jump into somebody else's 3-story arc.
I mean, honestly, what that one question of the week where it was like, if you were to play a character today, what would it be? I just about said, okay, tomorrow, everyone make your characters tomorrow, show up in my house. And then I was like, man, I'm super fucking tired. I'm not doing that. But like, yeah, that's what I want, because we're all DMs. Most of us, I mean, you get to play a little bit.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
you get to
I
play a little
played.
bit, but but a lot of us don't get to play.
Yes.
Absolutely,
and
yeah,
And I
for
had a
sure.
feeling that everyone has something in their mind that they love. I want to play my fucking gun.
And
fighter
one-shots
thing.
are the best for that,
Yeah.
because
Yep.
Yeah,
joke
like
characters are hard in a campaign.
Yeah.
Or like really wacky ones, right?
Yes.
So
So,
Yeah, no, I'm up for it.
all right. Well, let's
schedule it.
continue. Let's continue to talk about it on Discord, and we'll hopefully get
Yeah,
something
sure.
rolling in August.
yeah.
Keely wants to play.
I do.
Yeah, maybe not. Sure,
I'm gonna
we'll see.
start right now where what I want to play is running new systems.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's true as well,
and,
actually.
Yeah.
and that's fine. So when it's your turn to come, or to play, maybe we just do StarCraft or whatever it is for that 2-3 sessions,
StarCraft.
or whatever it's called.
Pull out our computers.
Motherships, Pathfinder stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and
I'd
then we
love
just.
to run you guys through a Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah,
I've
I
never
actually
played.
have always
Exactly.
wanted to play one.
I hear nothing.
Like,
I hear nothing but good
Yeah.
for kids on bikes,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and I'd love to play that. It's like Stranger Things. Yeah.
whatever works, yeah. I think it's a good idea to play as a DM, too,
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
like, get
Right.
kind of creative.
Next,
Dragons,
Brews.
Brews, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Scott. What's your idea?
yeah. So I don't know. I'm usually in the washroom when I'm thinking of my best ideas. You guys didn't need that piece of information, but there it is.
It's not like we
And I
didn't
was
know.
like, man, like I was just thinking about how we were sitting. The four of us were sitting after PopCon. We're like, man, we're fucking good at this. So like, why don't we try and have a night type
Yep.
of thing? It's Mana Bar and all those things, those failed experiments where I think that's what they kind of wanted. They wanted that to happen like every day, and I don't think that's
No.
a realistic idea.
No.
But and I also knew that I knew enough of I know Chris, I know Jay, where I could find at least one spot. I talked with Jay on Friday, and he's like, yeah, like dude, half of the year I have a dedicated spot for that. Even the full year, he says, depending on what night, a weekday night at O'Shea's, even in the open areas, you'd probably be
Welcome.
decent, welcome and decent enough type of thing. Chris, all he said was, I'm willing to talk with you about it. I was hoping he'd show up for lunch today, but he didn't even know we were going to be here at lunch. He thought we were going to be here at 6. So, and this place is awesome.
Yeah,
This is the
yeah.
place.
Yeah.
We have a dedicated waitress that comes down, our server, and then we just close these doors. Look at there's a
And these
table
bar
right here.
tables are good, yeah.
There's a table right here. We got a table there. Like,
There's so many
we could
rooms. I
be-
went exploring a little bit. It
we
was
could be
cool.
running 5 tables in an area like this easy. And once again, if we charge $10 a head or $5 a head, once again, you take home $40 and the extra $10 goes into the pot, or whatever it be. If we have, and that way, the restaurant or the pub is making money through food and drink. We're doing our games. We're adding to the coffers a little bit, and we're plate testing our stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds very similar to what Moose Trail does with Diners and Dragons.
Yep.
Yes. Isn't that Regina?
Regina, I think.
Regina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, but they're doing it to fundraise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not.
There's
And
nothing
that's
saying.
fine.
There's nothing saying we couldn't.
Well-
Like if we want to do
Extra Life or
half of what we generate goes to Extra Life or whatever it be. And then at the end of the year, here's Extra Life, the 24-hour marathon. We're all gaming, doing our tables. We have a little presentation at the end for the year of 2025, 2026. We want to present the event with a check for $700. Good job, everybody.
And between the 5 of us here, and then if Bo gets online and Grace.
Grace, yeah. And
if you
Joe,
can't-
if he ever, yeah.
Yeah, if you can't make it, there's still 5 other people that have something ready to go for that night,
Yep.
type of thing.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know. So next steps, I'll jump downtown from my office and talk to Chris and see how he feels about it. I'll have a loose plan of, hey, a Tuesday or Wednesday night, one of your non-busy nights.
Yeah, it'd have to be, yeah.
And I don't know if we would, is there an idea of, this is just us. We wouldn't say, hey, Dragon's Den, do you want to sponsor this and supply our item?
Yeah. Darren would probably be all over it.
Supply our dice and minis and everything like that.
Yeah.
Hey, if you like this mini, you can buy it at Dragon's Den type
Yep,
of thing.
absolutely.
Do you want to talk to Darren about that?
Let's
Or-
get what we need to get in place first.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, make sure we can actually do it. And I know you're talking about Tuesday, Wednesday. Why can't we do like a Saturday afternoon? Here we are right now, and it's dead down here.
Yeah.
It's not like they're not going to say no to this area being packed with 40 people
Mhm.
on a Saturday afternoon.
Depends on they stuff.
Well, then they staff somebody extra. Like once again.
Yeah,
if-
like this will be a known quantity to them.
Yeah.
So they can staff up, right?
Yep, and that's just
That's
it. For them to bring on a staff member at minimum wage for 5 hours, when we've got 50 people in here and everybody's spending $25 on food and drink.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna say no to that.
So
I
right
think
now, my idea that I'll take to Chris is quarterly. If it grows from there, then we can expand.
Yep.
Tuesday, Wednesday evening, Saturday afternoon, whatever you think, is good for your venue, as well as where, we think that we can get the most people into your venue type of thing. And
Yep.
we really like this space.
This is amazing. Like once again, it's
Yeah,
it's
it's-
private.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And
It has an aesthetic to it too.
Yeah.
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 The
Dim
vibe-
the lights a bit.
Yeah, the vibe is really good.
yeah. So Daggerheart, go.
It is a game system that you play.
Yeah.
Done. Okay.
I was
Alright.
saying while you were gone, I
Yeah.
said, I think it will be very, very good for people that don't like D&D combat. They
Mhm.
don't like mechanics.
Yep.
It's excellent. If you're gearing towards Pathfinder, you will hate it. You will hate Daggerheart. And I think that's where it will capture players. I think D&D is the middle ground. It has enough crunchiness that people that like that will stay, and it has enough RP that people like that will stay. Daggerheart's basically all RP.
Yeah.
And like we were saying, it's like there's less DM agency, but you get the fear tokens to spend. But it's
Yeah.
just they really push you should let your players create the world with you.
Yeah.
And that's
You know.
something that you really excel at in D&D, and something that I don't.
Sorry. Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, I when I go into a session with my guys, I know what the tavern is going to look like in my head.
Yeah.
I've already figured that out, and I've already I know what the town looks like, and characters. What do you walk into the tavern? What do you see? That's not my style at all.
And
Yeah.
with me, that stuff just isn't important. If the name of the tavern isn't important, the fact that it has a name is important. The NPCs, you can have 3 NPCs in there, or you can have a dozen NPCs in there. Those NPCs aren't important. Let you guys flesh them out. Cool. And you made some connections. I know the one NPC in there that has the information. If Eric's character is attracted, or has a connection with one of those, those NPCs that you guys fictionally made, I can easily take my idea and just transfer the plot hook to that NPC. And so
Yeah.
and the thing is, I know I have cool ideas. I know you guys have cool ideas as well. So
Yeah.
why should Eric be the only one with cool ideas at the table? If I'll literally say, okay, what does the building look like? I never thought of that before. That's very cool. We're running with it.
Yeah, I think it really depends on your players though. If
Yeah.
your players aren't maybe good at that, or they will run it off the rails very quickly,
And-
it can be a little dangerous.
And there's definitely that trust you have to have with your players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just it. But even at the cons, I'll still give the players that freedom. But
Yeah.
then I'll just say, okay, that's a little too much. Let's scale it back. I really love the fact that it's a 3-story building opposed to, it's 3 stories down rather than it's 3 stories up. Let's
Yeah.
run with that. Okay, cool. We'll leave the dragon sitting on top for another time. Okay, so we've got our building. It's 3 stories down. Perfect. Okay.
Is it still made out of gingerbread and gumdrops?
Well, no, not necessarily, but maybe that's what they serve, right? And so you go into the building, and so the first things you smell is like this very spicy aroma of cinnamon, and and then the waitress comes up and she announces herself. She's a halfling, and her name is Gumdrop, right? And
Sure,
so
yeah.
it's not like that was just on the prop right then and there, and granted, it's not going to be, it depends, I haven't had anybody say, okay, the building is going to be made out of sugar, but still, I think I can work with that.
Yeah.
And once again say, that's a cool idea, maybe for another time, but I do love the fact that it's 3 stories down rather than 3 stories up. Let's use that. Awesome. Okay, now what's the temperature like in this building because it's in the ground?
Yeah.
And then, okay, you enter in the building, oh, it's cold because you're underground, right? Perfect, because we're in the desert, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll use that.
Yeah, I like the idea of the collaborative way you do it.
Yeah.
And I want to start doing that more with my games.
Yeah.
Because I really see the value of that with my groups.
They really push that in that book.
Yeah.
They do.
There's a few pages of an example session where it's just like dialogue between player and DM and what happens. And you read it, and then afterwards there's like, here's what the DM could have done differently, what would you have done? And it's actually a really good example, because it's like, the way the DM plays it in that is like very loose. It's like, your fireball ends up actually killing all the skeletons.
Yeah.
Where it's like, mechanically that wouldn't have worked, technically, but the DM just did it.
Flavor.
And it's really loose in Daggerheart that way. That's what I'm saying, like, crunchy players won't, I think, like it.
Yeah.
I talked to my friend who only plays Pathfinder, he even hates D&D, and he's like, I can't even look at this. Like,
And that's fair.
and it's like, so I think that's my only thing I've noticed. I'll run it next Saturday and let you guys know.
Cool,
how it
absolutely.
Yeah,
goes.
I'd like
And
to
then,
hear.
combat is very, like, how
Loose.
the DM gets their resources to attack is very different.
How does that work
Listening-
again? Like those
You
with
roll
the
fear and hope dice,
Yep.
and whether you pass with fear, meaning that your D12s, the one that's higher is the one that you use. So one of your dice is your fear dice.
Yep.
You choose that one. If that passes or fails with fear, being the higher dice, the DM gets a fear token.
Yep.
They spend their fear tokens. They give you advice when it's a good time to use it, but for example, when a player fails a check or an attack, then you spend one, or you can spend 10
Yeah.
fear tokens. It's up to you. But that's how you generate your
Attacks. And,
attacks
currency,
and resources. There's no initiative. There's no,
Oh, interesting.
no initiative at all. Even distances is vague.
Yeah.
It's like you're close, you're far, you're medium range.
Yeah. And there's another system that uses that, isn't there? Like close, medium, far?
Cypher uses that.
Yeah, you betcha. Which
It's
is
kind of
great.
Warhammery to me.
Yeah.
It's like you like pull out a ruler.
Do you know, one thing I like about that, though, is when I play D&D, sometimes I have, someone wants to cast a fireball, so they, count 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, and okay, I'm going to put it just so it reaches the edge
Yeah,
of this
gotta
player.
twist it and shoot
Yeah,
it.
and I find that really painful,
Yeah,
watching
that's
someone
fair.
do that.
Yeah.
And I'd rather just say, this whole area gets it.
That's what I do too. What's
Yeah.
the big deal about 5 feet?
See,
Yeah.
someone
You know?
like me, I actually like that
Oh,
because
yeah.
I like strategy games like
Oh, yeah.
computer.
Mhm.
Like to me, D&D combat gets a little bit of that.
yes.
And I like that, and people that play Pathfinder like that even more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right? So, but the Daggerheart people, you're right, like they even say like you don't need a map. You could just put paper minis out and say this is the area you're
Yeah.
in, and just move around, and
Yeah.
it's kind of better for that setting.
It's far more improv by the sounds
Way
of it.
more. It's
Yeah.
actually, I would say, like 99% improv almost.
Yeah.
So,
Fallout does that also with zones. You're close or you're far, and
Yeah.
one move will get you from far to close.
Yeah, and a dash will get you 2 zones or whatever
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a simplistic, that being simplistic, which is kind of nice, because you're right. Okay, I've got 6. Well, but I've got long strider on, so I can move an additional, 2, squares, and so 1, 2, 3. Oh, and then I got to go around here 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now I've got to decide what I'm going to do. Well, 5 minutes later, like we're still trying to figure out where the hell we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something to be saying about, can I get to that guy? Yeah, you can get within 5 feet of him. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
yeah, there's definitely, it has pros and cons,
Yeah.
right? It's
Eric? Anything?
Nothing to add, really. You guys
Okay.
kind of covered it all there. I've experienced all of them as well.
Listening.
Character creation was good.
Yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about what we did character creation? That was pretty straightforward and fun.
Yeah. I don't remember. It was so long ago.
That is fair. Yeah.
But, yeah, it was just kind of cool to kind of be scanning through these cards and seeing different abilities. And, okay, I got to pick 2 of these, but like I want 3. I don't.
Yeah.
It was a totally different way of creating a character that was
I-
unique.
I like having the cards because, you know, you don't have to go flipping through the book for your special
Yeah.
ability. It's right there.
Reminds me a lot of 4th edition. Didn't 4th edition come with cards as well? Like your
Yeah,
at
kinda-ish,
wills,
yeah.
your dailies.
I mean, it was in a book, but you could certainly get cards to
Yeah.
streamline your play, and that's...
you just had your cards from,
yeah.
and once you used your daily, you just flip your daily over. You know, and then once you used your encounter, you flip that over. Then once a new encounter starts, you just reset them. Yeah, like 4th edition was very mechanics based. Yeah.
Listening to the critical role Veil of Ashes? No, Veil of...
Age of Umber.
Age of Umber. Listening to the combat in there, it sounds so much more fluid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
And much more free than, you know, okay, now it's your turn, now it's your turn, now it's your turn.
Yeah.
The combo attack system is really cool.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
stuff like that. Like you can get 2 players to attack at the same time,
Yeah.
and they synergize. It's pretty sweet.
You betcha.
I think for me, I don't know that I'll be adopting or playing Daggerheart a whole lot, despite the fact that I bought it. But I think there are things from it that I'll learn to become a better 5e,
Yep.
4th edition or whatever, 5e 2.5
Yep.
DM type of thing.
Mhm.
I kind of already want to take the Fear and Hope dice and just put that into 5e and see if I can make it work somehow, because I think that's fun.
And when
Yeah.
we do our nightly or monthly D&D
Yeah,
game, whatever it is,
playtest.
throw that mechanic in here. You know, like I'm just gonna try it, see what you guys think.
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't work. Oh, but this did work. Okay, you know, we'll try it again next time.
For sure.
Yeah. So Daggerheart, is it something we want to pursue? Does somebody want to try running a game for the group, or?
I'll run it next Saturday. I'll let you guys know.
Cool.
And see how that goes, because it's like a pre-gen adventure.
Oh,
And
nice.
It's very
Yeah.
clear. So.
Cool.
I'd be down to play it too, or
Yep.
try it again after I try it once and see. How
I'd
it
be
goes.
willing to run it too.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
And that's just it. Like if the
Yeah.
Saskatoon X is going to be slow, and the 5-6 of us are sitting there,
Yeah,
maybe we'll
Yeah.
just run a game for ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, like if I'm just saying it. If
yeah, go get some elephant ears and
Yeah.
play
and-
D&D
And,
EX.
and then, you know, if there are people lined up for our 3 o'clock game, okay, just I'll step out. I'll run the 3 o'clock game, and you guys continue with the you know
Sure.
the game that we're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works. Yeah.
So it took about several weeks to get there. Kind of built up the corruption as you approach.
Yeah.
Because it's very like, black dragons are like horrendously evil and sadistic. So I really added like people that were impaled and like people that were crucified, like horrible things that was going on as they approach. They get closer, you start adding the layer effects of the area. So like, just everything's dead, everything's
Yeah.
decaying. I ran it once, so black dragons don't really have minions, like compared to other ones, because they're so kind of
Evil,
egotistical and crazy almost. I did add an encounter before they got to the layer where it attacked them, and because it's kind of arrogant too, right?
Mhm.
It's like, why are you even coming here? So that one went pretty good. Like, they ended up damaging it enough that it fled back to the lair. And I kind of played it in the swamp, so they were on boats. So their boats got destroyed, and
Yeah.
they're in the water, and they had to find land. And it was a fun little encounter, because it's like kind of scary that you're getting attacked from the air. And I played it under the water quite a bit too, because
Cool,
it has a
yeah.
swim speed.
It does, yeah.
And I recommend using that, making it like almost like an alligator, crocodile. It hides underwater.
Yeah, fly of 80, a swim of 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So definitely use swim, because I think a lot of people don't think of that with a dragon.
Well, even with burrow, a lot
Yeah.
of people don't use burrow.
Yeah.
But for a swamp creature, which typically that's where this layer was. It was in an ancient temple from an ancient civilization, a swamp.
Yeah.
The actual layer, though, the layer actions I found were really bad for the black dragon. Like, I ended up changing it a bit. The minions I did use were black puddings,
Yeah.
because I flavored it as it's saliva or blood.
That's
It
cool.
creates black puddings, and black puddings are really good thematically. They have acid damage. They split as their damage.
And
Yeah,
foul
like these
water.
were probably better.
Okay,
Like,
there
we go.
the-
Yeah, my
the
apologies.
base layer actions not the
Oh yeah.
greatest. I found.
The Monster Vault has some good layer
Yeah,
actions.
Fizzbands also has some extras. For example, one of them is just like you try to recharge breath,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and that's not bad, but it wasn't like exciting, I suppose. So that's like one thing I found. The Frightful Presence I think is way cooler now. because it casts Fear the spell, which is a cone attack.
Oh, yeah.
And if you fail it, the only way to re-roll is if you lose line of sight.
Yeah.
And the dragon's concentrating. So what you'll find is like several players will be hit, fail. There might be two that aren't. And the two that aren't either have to break the concentration on the dragon so it loses the spell, or they, help their teammates, like, take them somewhere, like, so they can re-roll their fear save.
Yeah.
But the dragon just can pump that every legendary action.
Yes.
Just cast the cone, and that made it like really scary
Oh,
to
absolutely.
them, right?
Yeah.
Because it's literally like
Taking out half the
before
group.
it was like you roll, you pass, you're good for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Now it's like constant barrage of it.
As really
So,
Dragon Fear should.
Yeah.
Like these, I always am cautious about using dragons in my game because they're godlike.
Yeah.
Like a group of 5 individuals, regardless to what level they are, shouldn't be able to take down an Ancient Black.
No.
And so like Fear, okay, great, half of them saved,
Yeah.
and the other ones, they come back, or the condition is removed.
Yeah.
Well, then that's burnt.
Yeah.
Like there's still a huge, giant, mountainous
Yeah.
creature in front of you. You should be shaking in your boots.
So then the other thing I added was Black Dragon Cultists, and I wanted to introduce just a squishy enemy that
Yep.
can be kind of one hit, but enough to kind of add some effects. So they were just, the way I played the Black Dragon Cultists is they're literally crazed. They're insane. They don't care about their own lives. They're there worshipping a creature
Yep.
that like will torture them essentially.
And like I said, godlike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paladins were very good for this because of the extra bonus to saves. I also, at this point in my campaign, I gave them basically an extra life that if they hit 0 and they failed 3 death saves, they turn into a swarm of snakes actually, and they get one more chance to run away. This is just, I didn't want to TPK a party, so
Yeah.
that's the main reason.
Eric.
The paladin didn't accept this deal to get that ability. He ended up dying. His
Oh, yeah.
paladin ended up dying in this fight. The rest, about 3 of them, ended up turning into snakes. The rogue was very hard to deal with because the black dragon layer I used was like an ancient temple. There's lots of pillars and stuff.
Oh, hide.
Just hide, shoot, sneak attack, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. Not that wasn't a problem. It's just they ended up beating it kind of with the rogue and the druid were like the only ones that were standing left. All the melee characters were
How many?
toasted.
Party of 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually,
What level were they at?
10, 11. I
Oh,
also
okay.
actually they had 2 NPCs with them that I let them play if they wanted to for extra XP.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to deal with 2 extra NPCs while I'm running all these other creatures. So I was, to be honest, I knew if you run a Black Dragon part properly, you can completely TPK. I really did give them a lot of support, 2 extra NPCs, extra life to not die.
Snakes.
They had a bunch of items. They had magic potions, which they ended up using all of them.
Yeah.
Right. So it was a good encounter.
How
and
long-
they did die. So
How
one
long
of them did die.
How long did the encounter take?
Probably it was like 5-ish hours.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, and it was 2 because I ran one outside of the layer.
Oh, yeah, I guess
that
so,
one
yeah.
wasn't as long. It was about 2-ish hours in a 4-hour session.
So the core
But-
battle, like when they were in the layer,
Yeah.
took 2 hours? 3
And I
hours?
really built that up. So once they did that outside fight and the dragon ran away, they had to decide, we're hurt. Do we give a chance for the dragon to long rest and get all its HP and legendary resistances back?
Or do we
Or
follow?
do we follow it and
Yeah.
hit one short rest and go?
Yeah.
So that was kind of interesting too. That's why I thought it was cool to run one outside of the layer first
Yep.
to kind of
Yeah.
get them accustomed to it.
Yeah,
So,
well, even their legendary actions, right? They get 3 out,
Yeah.
4 in.
Pounce is really good. I mean,
Anybody
And-
want to add anything?
yeah.
I
I've yet.
kind of want to use one of these now.
Yeah.
I've yet
Yeah.
to. I've
You
used
Were
them
they
to-
successful in the end?
Yeah, they were, but again, one of them died, the paladin,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the rest were injured, I guess. They turned into snakes. So again, I knew I was like, I don't want them to all die here. This is like not.
No.
It's about halfway in the campaign. I don't want to
Yeah.
just kill them. I want to fight more dragons. It's more of a dragon-focused campaign.
Oh, cool.
So
Did you find you fudged anything while playing?
actually, no. Not really.
Cool.
I usually try to play it to its full ability,
Yeah.
and yeah, like the health I did increase from what is in the base
195.
because I usually change that based on how many players there are,
Mhm.
because action economy starts to be a big thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I actually increased that.
Would they have downed it earlier?
If it was its base, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make it more higher stakes with more HP, but I didn't change any damage or anything like that.
Yeah, you said you had a-
I actually, because I don't want to roll all the dice for breath attack, I would like show them, like I would run it digitally and just show them the number.
Yeah, cool.
For most of my monsters, I generally use the average number for damage.
Me too. For bosses, I will change it. Likely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
for
Yeah.
damage, yeah, that's easier to do.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to adjust a block stat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
A stat block, sorry. Yeah, like, to pump this up, or, to increase the AC, or to reduce.
Yeah.
It depends on the, what I want the party to experience.
And I think really go into like how horribly evil they are.
Yeah.
Like
I kind of previewed to my players that this dragon will take pleasure in killing downed characters.
Yeah.
yeah.
I described to them, an NPC describe to them another attack, and he described how, after knocking someone down, he just took his claw and
Yeah.
pierced them. So
Yeah.
they know what they're up against.
Can we just collect them and then pay upstairs?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wonderful.
Okay, this is all day breakfast. I believe that was you. Yeah.
I had one of those too with coffee.
Okay.
Well, she brought the machine down.
Oh, sure. Yeah, if we want to take care of it now, that works too.
Did you have the gravy?
Just let the
Yes.
cameras run.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
You have the side of poutine.
Yeah.
This is going to take 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm just going to turn the cameras off while we do this.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right.
Yeah, I guess we'll come upstairs. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I also did the same thing. So when the paladin was downed, I actually ran a legendary action on the pounce to hit 2 death saves on
Yeah.
because it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
melee. And then I left it, there's one left, so the roll, is anyone going to save you kind of thing.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, and that's just it. When somebody's in death saves, very rarely does the bad guy come and stab
Yeah.
them in, right?
I think
They
it's
just
fair game if you tell your players that can happen and it's a boss fight.
Yes.
Like a dragon or
Yeah.
beholder or whatever.
Yeah. Cool.
Also, I gave them a couple acid-resistant rings. Their
Oh,
patron let
yeah.
them borrow, so I gave them 2, and they distributed it to their party members because acid resistance is very hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The black puddings also degrade armor. If they hit you, you lose armor.
Oh,
class.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that was kind of fun because it's like they had to
keep it away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Like that acid breath is what 60 feet.
Yeah, it's a
and
line,
Yeah,
so
it is.
keep that in mind. It's not a cone.
Exactly,
You have
yeah.
to kind of hit
line them up.
players with a line.
Yeah,
So-
position.
One of the things I like with his treasure hoard, it's like, I forget which resource I read because I've looked around, but it was like, it's in a swamp, so his treasure is going to be kind of buried in the muck and mud.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And, so things will be soiled. And
Yeah, I got to dig
he,
it out.
take,
Yeah.
he takes pleasure in ruining historical artifacts is one source.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
So I have a lot of really cool things that are going to be in horrible shape.
Yeah.
Well, good old
Maybe
mending
curse
spell.
it a little
Yeah.
bit too, because
Ah,
it's
there you
been
go.
defiled.
Yeah.
But my guys are going to be, the players found out there's a lizard, an ancient city deep in the swamp. It was from a lizard man empire. And so they're looking for clues to get there, and they found out this black dragon is, his lair is in the ruins of a lizard man outpost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's going to have some lizard man
Minions.
minions,
Yeah.
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 And puddings too.
Yeah, that's
I
a
like
great
Yeah,
pudding.
combo.
black pudding is very
Makes
good
total
for
sense.
that,
Yeah.
Makes total sense.
Because they don't have minions like red dragons would or blue
Yeah.
dragons. They
Yeah.
just, and I made it flavored that it's like it's saliva.
Yeah.
So
No, absolutely. Like it does say, undead, but maybe
Yeah.
that's the ancient.
yeah, that one I feel like that can work, but
It says black dragons refer to the company of creatures that are not easily, that are easy to control and present little threat of betrayal. Things
Right.
like mindless undead, shambling mounds.
Yeah.
Carnivorous flora, constructs.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, that makes
absolutely.
sense.
Like yeah,
think
those
that was
oozes would
Eric.
make perfect
they were
sense.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're mindless in a way. But
Yeah.
They're
Absolutely.
easily
No.
controlled.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
Is it Eric?
Yeah. Exactly.
Easily controlled.
What? What? Yeah. 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 Sounds good. Perfect. Yeah, and even something like this at the cons, we're talking about doing things other than just two one shots.
Yeah, high level.
Do a boss fight
Yeah.
session.
Just
Yeah.
sit
That'd be
down.
cool.
Yeah, you just sit down. Here's the terrain. Here's your character, level 10, level 8 through 12, or whatever it
You've
is.
been charged by the
And-
local magistrate to hunt down.
Yeah. Oh no, like it's 1, 2, 3. The dragon, go, and just have it like a 1 hour, or like you said, like the battle took 2 hours.
The layer one took about 4 or 5.
Yeah, and so like you really don't have time.
There's a lot of creatures, and the turns take a long time.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
And the players are really thinking.
Yeah, but like
Well,
the
what to
actual
do.
combat for the dragon, just have it as a 1 hour combat.
Yeah.
You know, you just sit down. Okay, you're at the entrance of the runes. In you go. The dragon is sitting there on his horde. Fight. Roll for initiative. And once again,
Yeah, we were playing slowly. I'll clarify that. It wasn't like a pressed session.
Of course
like,
not, yeah.
So there was distractions here and there. So.
yeah. Perfect.
Good. Well, thanks for all that input.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it was
that's
a
excellent.
fun one to run.
Yeah.
Because they're step up from White Dragon with their bestialness, but not quite as elaborate as like Blue, Red, that are more
Intelligent.
tyrant
Yeah.
vibes. Yeah, so
I love the artwork in the monster manual.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
the
good stuff.
Yeah.
Skeletal head looks so
yeah.
awesome.
That's what the new mini looks like, the one they made. And Fizzbands was a good source for if you want some ideas, like that book.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it has some good ideas for flavor.
Oh,
For
okay.
what you want a layer to be like, and what the dragon's behavior is, what it looks like. It's really good for that.
Awesome.
Has extra legendary actions and layer actions in there.
Which is nice because
Yeah.
because anybody can grab the book and just read it. Okay, I know we're coming upon a dragon.
Yeah.
This is what we can expect.
Yeah.
But then you throw some of that stuff in. There's
Yeah.
like, well, that's not what I read.
There's a fun table in there for making a horde too. Like you roll dice. Here's how
Oh,
much
cool.
gold's in it. Here's how much magic items in it. It's actually
Oh,
really
okay.
useful.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah.
That's in Fizzbands?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That book.
I think I have access to that book.
Nice. And that's cool. Once again, once we get the library going, if we have the digital copy, it just simply goes on Discord or wherever we're keeping the library.
Yeah.
And then I'm planning on running a red dragon, 2 weeks from now. What's everybody's input?
Yeah.
Well, check this, check that. Oh, I ran a red dragon 6 months ago. This is what I would have done different.
Yeah.
And then I'd never thought about that. Right? Cool.
Now that I'm thinking about it, they did remove the detect ability from legendary actions, which let them perceive a creature automatically.
Yeah.
That would have helped for the rogue. Now that they removed that, I didn't want to make the dragon roll a perception check on its turn. That's just a waste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's maybe a good one to add back.
Yeah.
If you have a rogue, the legendary action for detecting.
Yeah. Yeah, because they can be crafty.
Yeah. Well, and it was like the rogue just didn't feel threatened.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
no idea where it was. It was hiding behind pillars.
Everybody's walking out with 4 hit points out of 90,
Yeah.
and the rogue is walking out with 80 out of
Yeah.
90, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, next.
Yeah.
And everybody is panting.
But it
"Dear
would have
God, we
changed
just
if
got
I
out."
had the legendary action to be like, it sees you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
What's that book, Eric?
This is the newest one from Wizards of the Coast.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Dragon
interesting.
Delves. It's an anthology, but every chapter is a different type of dragon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Different levels. So
Oh, cool.
it has the black dragon one here.
Yeah.
It has like artwork going
Oh,
wow,
from
yeah.
the 80s up to the present,
Yeah.
and then there's a little adventure.
Whoa.
Oh,
that's sweet.
Oh,
That's
Level
perfect.
10. Oh, yeah.
10.
Wow, that's really cool.
Looks nice, yeah.
There's a layer too, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Cool.
once again, like,
This one's using like undead pirates.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
dragon
cool.
becomes the new captain of the pirate ship. So, I haven't read too much in it, but I thought the art was really cool.
Yeah.
does it say
beautiful
the
artwork.
estimated length on how long that little one-shot would be?
Yeah, it says this adventure is designed to fill 1 or 2 sessions of play.
Okay, cool.
Whatever.
Probably 2.
That
Yeah.
is
Well, then,
more than likely to.
Once
So
again,
6 hours at least.
yeah, that's something we can do in our
Yeah.
monthly game. 3 hours today and 3 hours next time.
Oh, that's
That looks really
beautiful.
sweet.
Yeah,
See?
that's great.
Yeah.
Imagine
very
that as
cool.
a printout you give your players as they approach or something.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, if you want to have a look.
Yeah, sure.
That's an official Wizards book. I thought it was
Yeah,
like
it's the
something
newest
else.
one that came out like 3 weeks ago, I think.
Quite
Oh.
the colorful cover.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I was
exactly.
thinking. Yeah,
That,
It-
that
it-
must
it-
be the
alternate.
alternate
Yeah,
cover, yeah.
It looks very indie.
Yeah.
Yeah, opposed
Does
to.
it have other things than dragons?
It's different
Beholders?
dragons.
Oh, just dragons.
Just dragons,
Okay.
yeah. And like each chapter was done by a
Almost
different artist,
Past time.
kind of putting different renditions onto the different art throughout the years.
Yeah, I see
That's
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's kind of a neat.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we should call it quits.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah,
Thanks
we
for
should.
putting on an agenda.